Hello and welcome to the Herpreneur Her Talks Talk Show. I am Torri Hammond, your talk show host, and I thank you guys for coming in and joining us on tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited to be bringing one of the elite in the Herpreneur Network, a member of the core of the network, to you guys on tonight. And so I'm excited to have her in the building. Come on, let's go ahead and begin to chat it up. Where are you from, guys? I am here in Texas, in sunny, super sunny, hot. Oh my God, Texas. And so chime in and let me know where you are tuning in from. I want to know who you are. And that you are watching us on tonight. So before we get into our interview, just a few announcements, guys, for the network. So excited that we are still in summer school, guys. Our summer school experience has been absolutely amazing thus far. We have some of the most amazing educators coming forward to bring you news that you could use. Listen, teaching you information that will definitely help you in business, guys. And so it is absolutely free to join our summer school experience. And so if you hadn't had a chance to do it yet, what are you waiting for? Listen, summer school is for everybody, guys. And so if you are in ministry or if you are in business, join us in summer school. All right, guys, we are gearing up and getting ready for the Strong Her Retreat that is going to be in Destin, Florida. This is going to be in September, 5 days and 4 nights of rest and relaxation. Listen, get your good girlfriends together and tell them, come on, let's go. Let's get rejuvenated. Let's get restored. And let's have a good time on the beach. It's going to be a good time. And if you know anything about the Herpreneur Network, the Herpreneurs are going to be there, guys. And you're going to get to meet the people that you hear on Clubhouse, right? And the people that you see on social media live in person. And so would absolutely love for you guys to join us in Destin. Listen, check out the Herpreneur website. Visit the Herpreneur website, guys. Look around and see everything that the Herpreneur website offers, guys. It's interactive. You can definitely go on there, be on there for a little bit because it's so much to see, guys. And so head on over to the herpreneurnetwork.com, guys, and check out the website. Check out what it means to become a member. Listen, now is a great time to join the network. Our membership packages are available on the website, guys. And so if you go and take a peek at the website, you will get to see everything that the network has to offer. All right. And so make sure that you go over to the website, plug yourself in so that you can be connected. All right. All right. So I see someone in the chat saying good evening. Good evening to you too. Are there any of my Herbassador sisters in the building, guys? Come on, let's head to the chat. Shout it out. Where are you from? Again, I am live from Texas. Listen, I am Torri Hammond, your host and the CEO of Sassy Hair Care Products, guys. And Sassy Hair Care Products, we have 11 products to help you along your healthy hair care journey, as well as bonnets, hair wraps, and flat irons, guys. I am also the author of the book, Go and Grow, 10 Key Points Every Entrepreneur Should Know in Order to Win. All right. And I'm going to be giving away a book on tonight, guys. I'm going to be giving away a Go and Grow book on tonight, guys. And so I'm excited to be doing that on tonight. And so I'm going to monitor the comments and I'm going to pick one of our viewers and give them a copy of my book, guys. And so let's get in. Let's get interactive. Let's have some fun on tonight. I am also a certified business coach as well as a Meta Digital Certified Marketing Associate, guys, and I am an elite Herbassador in the Herpreneur Network. I am also the Regional Director for the West Coast, as well as your host on today, guys, and so that is me. I am Torri Hammond, your host, and I'm so excited to be bringing you one of the elite in the network, one of my Herbassador sisters. Listen, she's in the core. And she knows all things Herpreneur, guys, and she's going to come to you with some good information. All right, guys. So let me see it in the chat. Where are you watching live from? Where are you streaming from? Have you tagged? Have you shared, guys? Listen, head over to our YouTube channel. and make sure that you like and subscribe. All right. Our YouTube channel is a great way that you can share out the interviews, guys. And so sharing is caring. Make sure that you share. And I appreciate you all for tuning in. So without further ado, I am going to introduce to you our very own Master Coach Angie. Hey, Master
Coach. Torri, how are you?
I am great. Welcome to the show. So glad to have you here on today. Why don't you take a sec and tell people who you are and what it is that you do to help entrepreneurs grow?
Well, my name is Master Coach Angie. I am a certified master coach. My specialty niches are business and public speaking. From a business perspective, my niche is startup businesses. So I like to help new entrepreneurs, one, understand what it is that they need to go into business, understand their why, then help them with their legal foundations, their business plans, capacity planning, things of that nature. And then I usually collaborate with people within the network for other things that they may need, whether that's a website, business cards, marketing, branding, things of that nature. Public speaking, I am the founder and owner of the Speakers House Incubator. This is a new venture that I just started last month. This is for public speakers. It doesn't matter whether you're a new public speaker, whether you are a seasoned public speaker. We are working on the curriculum now so that we can start having classes around public speaking. We're going to understand how to speak, the technology that's out there for you to use, as well as understanding how to create and deliver a powerful and masterful speech. I am also the Vice President of Operations for the Herpreneur Network. Whoop, whoop. And I am the Vice President of certifications for the Life Christian College. So if anyone is looking for your certifications, and we have a plethora of coaching certifications, life, business, public speaking, youth, fitness, event planning, you name it, we have it. If we don't, we'll find it. So I'm busy. And in addition to that, I still have a full-time job.
Awesome. So I love this. And so you help businesses start.
Exactly.
And I love that because it's not always right that you have someone that is able to help you at the thought of starting. And so I want to talk a little bit about how important it is for you to understand, right, that when you start, you need to start with the right foundation. You need to start with a firm foundation. And you really need to start with the right information. And so go ahead, talk a little bit about that.
So for me, it's not just about the right information as to how to set your business up. It's understanding what your business really needs to be. Oftentimes we start a business because Sally down the street is making a lot of money. I'm going to do it too. Money's there. So that's not the right reason. Because you don't understand Sally's vision, you don't understand Sally's journey, you don't understand what it took for her to get there. And when you hit those, and I don't call them failures, when you hit those pit stops, when you hit those potholes, oftentimes we don't come back from them. You know, we get discouraged. We're like, I put money into this and it's not working, and we quit. One of the things that I start with is an evaluation of 25 questions to help you understand what is it that you're good at. People have to understand you can start a business about almost anything, but you need to be utilizing your talents, your gifts, and understand that you're going to be walking into your purpose. So for me, it needs to be a defined thing. You need to understand what your beliefs are, what it is that you're good at. And you have to know your why. Why is your passion? What is it that you're passionate about? If somebody told me I'm a master coach, if somebody told me to do a class on branding, actually I could do a branding class, but that is not the business I need to be in. That's not my forte. That's not my passion. That's not what drives me. So what drives me is seeing someone start off, get their business together, going in the right direction, making sure their legal foundations are set up, making sure that they have a business plan, that they understand what a SWOT analysis is, that they understand what capacity planning is, so that they can move to the next step in that business, but it's something that you're passionate about. So when you do hit that pothole, you know that you have to change that tire, or you change that lane in your road to your success, and you keep moving. So that's what it is for me. Understanding things that are your gifts that people don't necessarily think about. I have talked all my life. Uh, in school, there was one class that I always struggled with. It was called conduct. And that's because I talked a lot. So people stifled that for me when I was younger, because public speaking wasn't something that, as an older person that I am now, was very prevalent at that time. What happened with me is that it took years of me living life doing other things other than what I really should have been doing to understand that public speaking was a part of me. It's something that I do rather naturally. It's something that I'm not afraid of. It's something that I've learned to do quite well. And it's something that I feel that I can help other people do. So when people want to get in public speaking, sometimes you get into it for the wrong reasons. But there's some techniques, there's some delivery styles that you need to know to make you more of a viable presence within the realm of public speaking.
That's good. That's good, good, good. You're moving and getting into it. So I love what you've been sharing, and you are dropping some really good nuggets. So let's go ahead and get into it. So when it comes to public speaking, and it comes to the certifications that you offer, that you partner with the Life Christian College, let's talk about the importance of being certified. And then we'll move into the dynamics of what you need to know as a speaker. So let's start with the certification first. Why is it so important to be certified?
Well, it's for me, it's an easy take. So let's talk about life coaches. I guess about 10, 15 years, I started hearing about life coaches, life coaches. People were taking their life experiences and somebody came up with, you could be a life coach. However, there are things that you don't know and you don't understand. Part of me getting to public speaking with anyone that I mentor or that I give a class to is understanding your limiting beliefs, understanding what it is that is your stopgap that keeps you from moving forward. Certification is just like a nurse. You can be a CCNA,
Mm-hmm.
you can be a nurse's assistant, you can be an LPN, you can be an RPN, you could be a nurse practitioner. The better your certification in education, because a certification is just that, a targeted education on what it is that you're doing, the more viable, the more knowledge that you have. You're not just taking life experiences and making them work for you. You are putting the knowledge that comes behind it, the foundation that is built upon, and moving forward with it. So it's just like, would I rather go to the CCNA or would I rather see the nurse practitioner? Absolutely, I'm going to see the nurse practitioner. Do I still want to see a CCNA? No, I want to see an RPN, or I might want to see an LPN. But it's knowing that the person behind you not only has life experiences that contribute to their knowledge base, but they have the educational foundation that's needed to fill in those gaps.
That's good. And so what other kind of certifications do you guys offer? I wanted to get my certification. I wanted to get it, and I wanted to look at that, guys. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my God, look at that. Awesome, awesome, guys. And so it's a full out graduation, isn't it? It is.
It is.
It's a big deal, guys. And it's so amazing. It's such a great feeling to be certified. And so talk a little bit about the process before we move on to talking about speaking. So you come to know, hey, I need to be certified at what I do. And so what do I do next?
So the class is all self-paced. That's one of the things that I really like about what we offer. They're online, they're self-paced. They are very reasonably priced compared to other people that are out there that offer certifications. That's number one. But number two is you can take your time and go through the learning process. And if you see my hand moving, that's because our herpreneur dog is back home right here. So stop, Zoe. So one of the things that I want to say is that we take the time that you need, that you can get your clarification, even though they're self-paced. I have students that often will write to me and say, I'm on module 6, section 4, but I'm not understanding this. And I'll get back to them and we can talk through it, or I'll write them an explanation, or they'll come back. Recently, I had a student that's taking grieving, and she wanted to know what was a pyramid. She didn't understand, but the pyramid is the levels of grief that you can go through and how you need to connect them together so that someone can offer the right advice to them, because in some instances they may need to see a therapist.
Okay.
It's things of that nature. So I try to make sure that I'm hands-on with what it is that they do. We offer business coaching, marketing, life coach, grief coach, masters, public speaking, youth coaching, fitness, wedding planning, and event planning. So we have a plethora of classes.
Yes, that's awesome. All right, and so now to the speaker's house. It's very important as a speaker, right, to be well versed, to be disciplined, and also to know how to speak. And so, talk a little bit about that. Talk a little bit about how important it is to just, kind of know what you're doing before you just jump out there and do it.
Well, one of the things that happens is that people just want to speak. So we have to understand that there are techniques and strategies so that we can communicate effectively. I do a boot camp every now and then, and I think a lot of the students get much more out of the boot camp because we have a class together. But one of the things that I like to take in the speaker's house is, one, I encourage everyone to be certified, even though it's not required, but I prefer that you're certified. And I actually encourage that. But one of the things that we need to do is understand what it is that that enhances us, or something that detracts from us. All of us say the word all of the time. It's a filler word. We need to stay away from filler words. I like for it to flow easily when we're having a speech, that we talk consistently, that we don't have buzzwords that we use all the time. That brings us to the next point. The thing is, you want to be fluid. You want to be exacting in what you're saying. You've done your research. You want to be able to understand how to capture your audience. You don't want to stand there and read a speech. You don't necessarily have to memorize a speech. If you're giving a long speech, get your bullet points, but do your research. One of the things that I have found for most people that ask about speaking is presentations. It is okay to do a presentation with your speech if you're doing something that's rather technical and you've got points to make. But everybody can read. So
Right.
if you're on a screen and you got a PowerPoint and you're reading from the PowerPoint, you're going to lose your audience. They don't need a PowerPoint. They can read.
Right.
So what you need to do is be able to be animated, to hold their attention, to get their points. Understand that you have to have a great opening. One of the best openings I ever heard came from one of our herpreneurs, and she was in class.
Okay.
She was my queen. And I'm not going to call her name because she really got past that. But when she started talking, she said, did you know that sugar was more addicting to the body than cocaine?
Wow.
Everybody stopped because
Wow.
nobody ever thought about that. So you have to have a good lead in. So once she said that, she captured everybody's attention. And then she went into how it affects your body, what it does for your body, how that versus any addictive drug, your body reacts to, the impact that it has on your body. So it was great. If she hadn't said the 47 she'd have been a superstar. But that's coming in with understanding that you have to know what it is you're talking about. And that's what I mean when I say do your research.
That takes discipline.
Practice your stance, what it is that you're doing. I tell everybody, go out there and go to the dollar store, the Roses, to a really, really cheap store, and spend $10 or $20 and get yourself a full length mirror. take your phone, set it up, talk in your mirror, and record yourself. You'll see if you're antsy. You'll see if you're looking away. So it's hard for me. I want to talk to this audience, but I'm looking up because now I'm trying to remember what I'm doing. I've lost you. I've lost you. So those are some of the techniques and things that you need to do. You need to have a good close. It's okay to put some comedy in what you're doing to kind of keep them going. Everybody knows I cut up. So, there's always going to be something comical and something that I give, no matter how serious the topic. But at the end of the day, in the end of that conversation, the end of that speech, you want to make sure that you have made your point, the audience was engaged, and you want to know what their feedback is. I think it's an awesome idea, depending on where you are, that you can put up a website. You can say, I'm giving you cards and this is my email address. I need feedback on what you want. Do you want more? One presentation on one thing can lead to a follow-up presentation on another. So you're constantly being engaging. And that's the most important thing that you have to do.
That's so good. Listen, she is really dropping some nuggets, isn't she? Do we have any speakers in the building, guys? Do we have any speakers in the building? Do we have any coaches that are here? Chime in and let me see you. I see my herpreneur sis, Michelle Martin Brunner, is here. And she is echoing with the dropping of the nuggets. Listen, she is definitely dropping nuggets, Michelle. She really is. Guys, and so if you are here and you are a coach, come on, let's go to the chat and drop in those comments. Nevertheless, we are so glad you're here. We are chatting it up with Master Coach Angie and questions. So you do several things for entrepreneurs. What do you like to do the most? Like, what is your passion? Like, what ignites you? Is it starting a business from starting with the person from the beginning and, and bringing them on up the ranks? Or is it taking a person that, with the ums and the isms and things of that nature, and changing them into a dynamic speaker? Like, what do you like the most?
Well, out of the two, between those two, I'm going to say it's the public speaking.
Okay.
I started business because I have been a business executive in the public sector for over 30 years.
Okay.
It comes naturally for me to help people set up businesses. I've done it. I worked for startup companies a long time ago and putting up processes and that type of thing. So that's something that I am, I guess, technically inclined to do because I do it as a career. Mm-hmm. To get my juices flowing, it's the public speaking, hands down. But I also have another business that is coming, and that is actually going to be, I think, my greatest impact.
All right.
And that is uncapped by my handicap.
Okay.
So I am actually working on that in that website, and that is probably what's going to be my greater motivation. Because
so do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
I can tell you a little bit about it. For those that don't know, my left arm is partially paralyzed from a medical mishap. When I came home, it was in there. Oh, boy, it's me. I can't do anything. I can't drive. I can't cook. I can't this. I can't that. And about 3 months later, I'm just going to say that God said to me, you're not dead. What's the problem?
Wow.
Literally, that's what I heard.
Wow.
So I started coming up with ways to do different things. There's ways. I go in the kitchen now and cook a whole meal. I drive anywhere I want to. I saw a lady driving with her feet. I was like, if she can drive with her feet, I'm sure I can drive with one hand.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I saw a video of this lady. She was born without arms and she was driving with her feet. And after that, it was just straightforward. But one of the things that I have learned is that handicap is not necessarily just physical handicaps that we have.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
We let things in life handicap us. The loss of a loved one, some people can't move forward.
Right.
Relocation. Sometimes you take a job, you take this big step, you move somewhere, you don't know anybody, just the people that you work with. You have to, so you feel socially castrated. So you have to learn to move forward. Financial change. you're a six-figure person. The COVID hit. People lost their jobs. How do I pivot? What do I do? How do I move forward? And people that are homeless, some of these people are really extremely well-bred, well-educated people that got a bad deal and they just don't know how to move forward. And one of the things that I see is that we don't encourage or have programs to help them get back on board. We
Mm-hmm.
talk about people that are disadvantaged, but do we really have the programs? Are we really looking for what it is that they need to get them back on board? There is a need for that. There is a need for people to understand you can move forward. You lose a
Yes.
loved one, you are going to go through the grieving process, but they're the ones that have passed away. You're not dead, your life goes on, and you have to find that ability to move through. For me, with a physical handicap, my attitude is if you say I can't, I'm going to show you that I can.
All
So
right.
I can go in and cook a whole 6 course meal. I can't do it in 2 hours like I used to do, but I can do
Right.
it in half a day, and it tastes really good, and everybody's good, and everybody's fine with it. It just takes me longer. I had to find ways to adjust. I can't take a pan and pick it up and put it in the oven, but I got a rolling table that adjusts heights. I can roll and slide, and I can get it in. So yeah,
Awesome.
I came up with things that helped me and everybody, but we don't think about it in the positive. Even at one point, I was like, I'm not going to be able to go back to my regular job. And it was one of the VPs at my company that said, "Wow, what's wrong with your mouth? You spend most of your time on conference calls with people." It's like, yeah, that's true. I said, but I can't write my reports. Find out what you need to write it. I found the software. It's called Talk
Yeah.
to Type. I talk, it types. And all I have to do is come in and make minor changes. So there are avenues out there. There's ways for us to overcome anything. It's the mindset change that we have
That's
to have
good.
to
That's
get us to the
good.
next place that we need to go. We need to start aligning ourselves and understanding it, even when something happens to us. It's part of God's overall plan because He's got
Yes.
something for you at the end of that journey. He has a space for all of us. All of us were born to live and live abundantly. But we know that it's the enemy that comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And he does it with our mind. He takes our mind, he closes it, and he tells us all these negative things. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we just kind of get into wallow into that. And we just need to move forward. That mindset change is everything.
Wow. Change your mindset, change your life. Change
Exactly.
your mindset. I know what you meant. All right. So Michelle said, that's the heart of a servant leader. Yes, it
Oh,
definitely.
thank you, Michelle.
All right. And we had a little bit of a mistype, but I knew exactly what she meant. It says it's a mind shift thing. When my husband lost his foot, it was an obstacle to shift his mindset.
Yes.
Um, and so, man, listen, Master Coach Angela, this is needed. And like you said, this is going to be, you said it's going to be your biggest, and I agree, because it is definitely a need. You're going to solve the problem that many people have. And it's until you go through something that you don't really know that you need help, right? It's not until you go through something and you lose someone, or you lose something, that you
Yep.
climb back into that hole, and it's hard to get out. And
It
you
is.
don't think you need someone, but you really do. Man, listen, that's gonna be so good. That's gonna be so good. All right, all right, all right. Herpreneur Network, let's talk about it. Herpreneur Network, so you are the VP, and so let's talk herpreneur. Come on, let's talk about it. And so you were one of the people that I met coming into the network, and so super excited. Listen, you got to get through Mama Angie.
I am probably one of the founding three, I believe. Dr. Vicky, myself, and Jerica, the first
Okay.
folks that were in the network. When she first told me that she wanted to get a network of sisterhood for women, the first thing I told her was, "Oh no, that's not gonna be good for me," because I don't do the messy Bessie thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that ultimately happens when you get a bunch of women together.
Mm-hmm.
But we put in some things where we kind of minimize that. If somebody has a problem, it's a problem. But the messiness, I don't do well. Even when internally there may be something going on. I know most people go, when you see me in Master Coach Angela, I don't do that well. And I'm not going to do that well. My job is say, well, we got to look at this, and this is what we need to address, and we need to address this going forward, but not to be partaking of, this side and that side.
Right.
I just don't do that. So
Right.
that's why being the VP of operations, I think, is a good fit for me, because I try to be unbiased about what it is that I do, and I look at things for the benefit of all, not for just one or two. But the Herpreneur Network, to me, it is truly a sisterhood of people working together. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, you're going to have some breakdowns, but that's life. I mean, even in your family, you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, you're going to have your breakdowns. There's times when, as parents, we are upset with our children. There are times as an adult, you're upset with your best friend. But the thing is to sit down and work out a plan, come together. But for us, it's a sisterhood because we are moving in God's direction.
Yes.
It's business and it's ministry. And we always say, this is where business and ministry collide. It is a Christian network. And as Christians, we fail daily. We die daily, and we have to be reborn daily. And we've got lots of avenues to help people reach that. We have people that go into the weapon room every morning at 5:30. And I commend you ladies that get up at 5:30 in the morning to go into that weapon room. I am a night owl. I will be up working until 1, 2 o'clock. So when you guys are going into there, I've already had prayer session, because about 2 o'clock in the morning is my quiet time. And I sit down, and that's when me and God have our whole session. So I tell everybody, I do third watch.
Okay.
That's what I tell everybody. I'm not on fourth watch.
We need a third watch.
I do third watch. So I'm up and I'm praying at that time, and I'm asking him for guidance at that time. And it works for me because that's when he talks to me. He talks to me all the time, but he really talks to me because at that time in the morning, he talks to me about me. That's my time with him. I can walk around the house and I'm forever putting something down, talking about, where did I put that at? And I've been doing that for years. My kids used to laugh at me, telling me, Mom, you act like you old. Now they tell me to do it because I'm old. But, and it's funny because I say, now, God, I'm going to need you to put this in my face. And I promise you, within 5 minutes, I found it.
Wow.
Instead of searching for 30 minutes. But for me, it's that a long time. He has a plan for each of us.
Yes, he does.
And even though we do things collectively and we do them as a group, we still have our own individual connection and our own individual purposes that lead us to our destiny. So for me, that's the time that he and I talk about those things. Dr. Nikki is a go-getter and she wants to get things done. So when I was doing Created to Win, which is my business side of things, she was like, you need to get the website up. You need to do this. And I was like, I am. I listen to when he tells me when. So we were going to the Strong Her retreat last year. She said to me, see, this is year 2 and you don't even have your website up. I said, my website is up. My pop-up is up. My business cards are done. Anything else? She just looked at me. I go when God tells me to do. Like when we were talking about, she's been talking to me about the speaker's house. We were going to Dallas in a month. Business cards, everything ready. I move when he tells me to move. So I know he's given me a time frame with Uncapped by My Handicap. I have to have this done by the end of the year.
Okay.
So I have been prepping certain things that I'm doing with this. I'm trademarking the name and, all kinds of different little things that I want to do before we go to the website and get it done and getting resources together and trying to do capacity planning and a business plan. Because I want it to become a nonprofit where everybody can evolve, change their mindset, and get the help that they need. And that's what I'm going to be most passionate about. And why I say that is the best thing that I do other than public speaking is because I'm not just a person that's going to be talking to someone about moving forward. I'm a living, breathing example. I mean, you can look at me and see I have a physical handicap. I can talk to you about grieving. We've, as adults, we've all probably lost a parent. I lost a son last year. So there's things that I feel that I've been through, so I can commiserate and understand where people are coming from and understand what the perceived barriers are, and to help them understand what there are no barriers and how they can reach it.
That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. And I'm so glad that I get to call you my herpreneur sister.
Yeah,
My
and the only thing that I really, really, really still have to do is some social media stuff. There's some stuff come up, but I still haven't done it. But I am going to get on it before this month is out.
but it's all good. Nevertheless, I see you posting. I sure do.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
post.
a
I
post from
post.
you. Yep, I saw a post from you the other day. And so that's good. All right. So listen, you got some people gleaming. Michelle said, looking gorgeous this evening.
Ah, thank you.
And our Facebook user says, hey, partner, looking gorgeous. Uh,
That better be Coach Trina, because that's the only person that calls me partner.
Coach Trina, if that is you, pop it in the chat. Listen, Master Coach Angela has been dropping some major nuggets in the room on tonight. This is good. So, what do you say to the future entrepreneurs? What do you say? Oh, that is Trina. She said, yes, that's me. What do you say to the future entrepreneurs? What do you say to those that are starting businesses? What do you say to them at this point in their journey?
Well,
Speak
one of the
life into
things
some people on tonight.
So one of the things that I say is that make sure that you're doing something that you love to do. Understand your why. Why are you doing your business? While we all want to make money and draw revenue, that cannot be your number one reason. Because again, if it is, you are not going to stick to it, because in any business, even a major business that we have now, Getty Oil, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Amazon, everybody went through trials and tribulations. Microsoft, all of the trials and tribulations that they went through before they got to where they are now to be major corporations. But do you have the stickiness? Can you stick through it even through the trials? Usually, 90% of the time, if you're passionate about what it is that you're doing, you'll stick through it. You'll understand that it's not a loss. You got to learn that that L is not loss, it's lesson. It's a lesson learned. And you take that and you learn to pivot so that you can move to the next phase. Understand that it's going to take some time. Balance yourself. If you're working a full-time job like I usually work, and I am super blessed, because when I say God makes room for your gifts, He does. I've just got a fantastic job that gives me some flexibility during the day, that I can do things that I probably couldn't do. But I'm dedicated to the fact that I'm working at night. Most of the time, when somebody calls me, I'm already on the PC. I'm already sitting there doing something. So you have to understand what it is that motivates you. You have to understand your gifts. Understand the long term. You know, people sometimes want to have a business and they think, I'm going to open up a boutique and I'm going to put it on this corner and I'm going to be a magic star. But have you done the research that you need to do? Have you done your SWOT analysis? There's boutiques on every corner, in every city, in every state. What is going to set you apart from the competition? And you have to understand that you do have competition. You have to understand what your demographics are. You have to understand your strengths versus your weaknesses. So helping them understand those things before you start, before you invest a dime, is what you need to do. You sit back, you do a SWOT analysis about what it is you want to do. You have to understand what's going on in your environment and understand your demographics. I'm a public speaker coach. My demographics are kind of across the board. For my Created to Win, I start from 30 to 55. For me, it's important that people have that stick to itiveness, that they understand where it is that are going. I actually gave my 25 steps to what you need to start a business to a guy, and he came back and he said, wow. He said, when I thought about this and I went through everything, he said, this is not even what I want to do. And it didn't bother me. I was happy that he realized that he wasn't going to waste months in revenue dipping it into something that he was eventually was going to get tired of. So those are the things that are important for me.
Awesome. So tell people, how can they get in touch with you? How can they work with you? How can they connect with you? Let people know how to reach you, to find you.
Well, you can find me in a lot of places. So if you're looking for business, I have a website. It is called created2wincoaching.com. Created the number 2 coaching.com.
Created to Win, right?
Created to Win coaching. The website, I think, is coachingandconsulting.com. You can email me at created2, the number 2 win coaching at gmail.com. If you're looking at public speaking, my website is the speakers with an S house incubator.com. And the reason I went with incubator is because it's, it's kind of like a baby chick. You want it to hatch. You want it to come out. So incubator. So even if you're a seasoned speaker and you need some help in understanding how to stay motivational and how to command, it's techniques that you can do, understanding things that you need to do for your business.
Wait, created to wincoaching.com.
So that is how you can reach me at the Life Christian College. Just send an email to the lifechristiancollege at gmail.com. It is going to come to me if you're looking for certifications.
Well, this has been good. Any questions for Master Coach Angela before we let her go? This has been so good. This has definitely been enlightening. You gave a lot of nuggets on tonight, and I hope that everyone was listening. And if you are just starting a business, guys, it's so important that you understand and know that you need to have the proper tools in place, the proper steps, and to know everything that you need to do. And so Master Coach Angela is here. She's a part of the network. Listen, everything you need is in this network, guys. She can get you all the way together. She can help you to get unstuck. Listen, so that you can be able to grow your business, guys. And so if you need her, reach out to her. If you are a speaker, like she said, if you are a speaker and you're struggling with speaking and you need some more visibility, by learning how to, speak effectively, guys, reach out, right? It's the season of learning. We always have to understand that we must be investing in ourselves and we must be continuously learning. All right, guys. So any questions before we let Master Coach Angela go? I am too excited. Listen, I get to see you soon.
Yes.
I get to see you soon. I get to hug your neck. So I'm excited. Listen, the herpreneurs are going to be in Destin, and we are going to have a good time.
Absolutely.
Have a good time.
It gets better and better every year, and this is year 3.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited. I cannot wait to see all my sisters. But nevertheless, I appreciate you for coming and chatting with us and also sharing with us some amazing nuggets. I appreciate you guys. And so don't forget, you can head over to her website. Listen, you can message her. You can go on the Herpreneur website and find her. Right? Yep. She is the coalition. She is the VP, right? And so of operations. So make sure if you can't, locate her where you need, go to the Herpreneur website and see her beautiful picture. click on it, right? And you will be able to get to her, guys. And so this has been awesome. Listen, we're bringing you the creme de la creme of the network. Listen.
You're so funny. But it has been my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on here tonight.
You so welcome. Love you. Love you.
I love you too. Have a great one, Torri.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Listen, this has been awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me on tonight. Again, this is the Herpreneur Network, founded by our amazing servant leader, Dr. Nikki Ziegler. And in this network, we believe in fixing crowns and maintaining them. We also believe that collaboration trumps competition. And listen, we come to create together, to collaborate together, and celebrate together. And so if you need a sisterhood of women that are moving and shaking in ministry and in business, listen, head over to the herpreneurnetwork.com and check out the website, and then click join now and come on and join us as we go along this journey. She just popped in the room. I just said her name. Hey, Dr. Nikki. Hey, 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 hey. All right. So our founder is here, guys. She is here. All right. So again, head to the herpreneurnetwork.com and join now. All right, guys. So don't forget, we are looking forward to Destin, Florida. And so make sure you go over to the website and check that out as well. Govern yourself to all of the announcements of the network while she's dancing. Talk about what's up. Hey, Dr. Nikki. Yep. So who's coming to Destin? I'm excited. I am excited. You should have got a ting from me today, Dr. Nikki. Listen, I'm excited. Who's coming to Destin? Who is coming to Destin? We are geared up and so excited about it. And so, guys, make sure that you get in where you fit in, right? And join us in Destin, all right? And so those are our announcements. I cannot wait to bring back another one of our amazing herpreneurs in the network. And also, I can't wait to talk to you. And so if you are a business owner and you are watching and you want some visibility and you want to come on and share your business and let people know who you are and who you serve, head over to marketing@theherpreneurnetwork.com and shoot me an email, guys. And I will be more than happy to tell you the steps on how you can come on the Herpreneur Network, Her Talk Show, guys. And so until next time, listen, make sure if you are starting a business, you seek out the help that you need. Our Master Coach Angela is there to help you. Also, if you are a speaker and you are looking for ways to enhance your speaking capabilities, listen, the Speaker's House is where you need to be. Also, guys, listen, she's coming in hot. If you need your certifications, the Life Christian College, she partners with Dr. Nikki and the Life Christian College, and you can get certified. They offer a plethora of certifications, guys. And so let's govern ourselves accordingly. Let's get what we need in this season so that when we hit the scene, listen, we hit the scene all the way together. All right, guys. And so this has been fun. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. And you know, as always, guys, listen, just be classy, just be sassy, just be you. Why? Because no one, listen, and I'm going to say it again, because no one can do you quite like you do. All right, guys. I am Torri Hammond, your host. And until next time, guys, bye. Night-night.